Football makes me crazy, Stugotz. I think
hate
I
it.
realized that over this weekend. Would you say you hate it?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the offseason. I miss baseball. Got to be honest.
Well, I mean that's wild. So you haven't watched baseball since the Mets, what, 86, I believe?
Yeah, listen, the only reason I'm saying that is my picks were lousy. My fantasy
Yep.
team lost. I mean,
Yep.
I feel disgusting today. I love football, but on Mondays, I hate football.
Yeah. And this week in particular, week one, you had Thursday, you had Friday, then you had the Saturday slate of college football games. Not that great, but a lot to discuss. And then you had Sunday. And you want to go in reverse order, Stugotz? You want to start with the Sunday night game?
Sure, it was the greatest game of the year. I mean,
Okay, tell me what happened.
I
Because I
have
fell
no
asleep.
idea. Listen, I went to bed thinking that Buffalo was going to be 0-1, that the entire AFC East was going to be 0-1, right? Wow. And I was excited for that. And then my wife woke me up and she said, "Hey, we should have kept the game on." And I responded, "Why?" And she said, "Buffalo came back to win the game." And all I said to her, and then I went right back to bed, is Lamar Jackson's a choker.
Well, there was that incident, right? I think it was right when they went up 40-25, where he was celebrating, or they were celebrating with DeAndre Hopkins, who made a ridiculous touchdown catch. Absolutely insane. And he did that on purpose. Like, he purposely didn't put that other hand out because he was like, I'm just going to fight with this one and catch it and be crazy with his first target as a Baltimore Raven made that catch. And I'm like, all right. And then they're celebrating, and that one Buffalo Bills fan hits DeAndre Hopkins on the head and then hits Lamar Jackson on the head a little bit harder, and Lamar immediately shoves him back. And that's sort of what I went to sleep doing, was reading all the comments about how that Bills fan deserved it and good for Lamar to do that. And then next thing you know, this happens. And I didn't see it, at least not live. I went back and watched some of it.
Right.
They looked so scared on that last 3 and out. Like, they looked like a frightened football team. It's like, I don't know what to do here. And I don't know if that's a home road thing at Buffalo or whatever, but the Ravens have been in this spot a lot. And it feels like when, Chris Collinsworth is sitting there saying, what do you do against this offense? And then they have one fumble, and then the nerves kick in, and then the offense looks like shit. That's what you do. You just put them under pressure because for some reason they can't operate that way.
Right. Here's what you don't do at all costs. You don't give the ball back to Josh Allen. If you could avoid giving the ball back to the Bills offense and back to Josh Allen, then you should avoid that at all costs. And this is what drives me crazy about coaches. And John Harbaugh has been doing this for a long time. John Harbaugh loves to go for it on 4th down. But you have Lamar Jackson. You have one of the great players we've ever seen at that position. If there's a guy who can get you 3 yards, the Ravens have 2 of them in the top 5 in NFL history, and that is Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. And what does he do? He punts and gives the ball back to Josh Allen so he could spend the next minute and a half watching Josh Allen come down and rip his fucking heart out.
It just so happened, though, that it happened after a Derrick Henry fumble, right? You weren't expecting that.
No.
And so to trust him again is a little crazy. But the Lamar Jackson one, I'm with you there. Like, that guy, you saw that one play where he went backwards 20 yards and then forwards 40 yards. And you're just like, that guy can do anything.
Right.
And when you need to seal the game and you want to put it on one person's shoulders, go ahead and put it on Lamar's. Even though Derrick Henry's shoulders are way bigger, go ahead and put it on Lamar's.
Right. I mean, Derrick Henry, 18 carries, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. I realize he had the fumble. Lamar Jackson, 6 carries, 70 yards. They ran 29 times for 238 yards. Plus, you have Lamar and his ability to do it through the air. How do you not go for it in that spot? I just don't get it.
The play that lost the Ravens the game was the 2nd and 9, because you have Lamar Jackson, you have Derrick Henry. They do a jet sweep to Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers gets the ball, and when he's running with it, you could tell in his mind, he's like, wait, why do I have the ball? And he just goes down immediately.
Why they call this play for me? Yes.
There was a point in that game where I was like, does Josh Allen just like not have it? Like, can you actually defend that guy? Because he was sitting back there and he just couldn't find anybody a lot of the times. And I was like, is that Baltimore secondary just amazing? And then that 4th quarter happened.
It felt like the first 3.5 quarters they were trying to run an offense, and then Josh Allen's like, you know what, we're just going to play backyard ball here, and then they just couldn't be stopped. He just kept yelling. I wouldn't be surprised if he was yelling at the wide receiver, "Hey, go 20 yards and turn around. I'm going to hit you." Like it was backyard football.
He was drawing up plays on his hand with his finger. Right, here, you go here.
Pointing to the center's stomach and being like,
I love that for a regular
here.
season game that ends up with 80 points in it. I don't know if I can count on that for a playoff run. Like, at least not, 3, maybe 4 wins if necessary. Like, could that be why he's not had a Super Bowl yet? Because the details, like everything that needs to happen to execute properly, like, maybe he's just better off, like you said, playing sandlot ball.
I would say the reason is the Chiefs. I mean,
all right, so we're going to flip around then. We're going to skip around. We're going to go from Sunday night to Friday night because...
Oh, you're going to Friday?
I want to go to Friday.
Not Friday.
Friday.
Saturday. I mean...
You want to go Saturday?
No, I have no idea what happened on Saturday. I mean...
Okay. Well, we'll get to Saturday in a second. A gator spit in somebody's face. It's been the big thing. I don't know what the hell got into everybody these last couple of weeks, but spitting on people is the new thing. But Friday night,
you find their coach,
Sao Paulo.
Anyway.
Oh God, all right. Let's do Saturday.
Just do it. Just do it.
Saturday.
Right?
Just get it over with, okay?
Let's just do it.
Billy Napier.
Yes.
I don't know how they were ranked number 13. Don't ask me. But he might be the worst coach I've ever seen. He's 20-20 now as the Gators head coach. Mm-hmm. When you see him interviewed during a game, like, I honestly mute that shit. I can't listen to him. He just yammers and says the most, like, just ridiculous nonsense stuff. Like, he says after the game, "Oh, it's all on me, accountability." But you can't constantly, like, run an offense and they keep making mistakes. The offense stinks. Your players make mistakes. Like, who are you going to blame other than yourself? And then it's against USF. They have this one. All they have to do is stop them. They have two 15-yard penalties on the defense, unsportsmanlike conduct. One, a dude sprayed a shower. Like, he didn't even, like, do one of those. It was just, somehow, like, super soaker shower stuff coming out of his mouth. And then UCF drives down the field and score on a field goal. And UCF out everythinged UF in that game, and they lost by a point. How do you not fire Billy Napier? Okay, go, Stu.
Well, Mikey had something there. You said something that got
credit.
Mikey. I don't know what it was. Something about a shower that got Mikey all excited. I don't know what it was.
There was enough spit there that you could have convinced me he vomited. Like, he spray vomited. Like, it wasn't like you could have been like, no, he didn't spit on him. He got sick on the field, and that guy was standing.
What
there.
if that was his defense? What if he was like, "Nah, dude, I didn't spit on him. I was just nervous." Blah! And he's like, "Okay, no yards."
Stu,
did you find him for vomiting?
Stu, did you see who USF's kicker was?
No.
It was a Grammatica.
Nico Grammatica.
There's a Grammatica out there?
You don't lose when there's a Grammatica.
The first family of kicking.
Yes, put it on the poll. Are the Grammaticas the first family of kicking? I love that. I'm trying to think of another family. The Barr family? Wasn't there 2 Bars? I think there was. No?
Yeah, but there's like 13 Grammaticas.
Yeah, and earlier in the game,
the Sopos are like the first family of third-string quarterbacks.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Earlier in that game,
because
he missed
the first family of football, the Golicks were the Matthews, right? We agree on that, right? Or the
Mannings are coming for
the Mannings, right? Okay. Yeah, sorry. All right, back to Saturday. Anyway, sorry.
No, that's all right. It's all right, because I was going to say Grammatica hit, or he attempted like a 60-yarder, maybe a 59-yarder, and he missed it like by a yard. Yeah. And then just so they made sure he wouldn't miss it again, they drove all the way to the 1. And then kicked it as time expired.
Right.
It's the most frustrating coaching experience I've ever had as a fan. Like, I am trying actively to not watch the football team, not get engaged, because I know Billy Napier is going to screw that up.
Right.
I feel like Florida keeps bringing in these coaches, and it's always the next guy that's supposed to be the guy. But I think you got to go back to Spurrier? To the last time that they had
Urban Meyer.
A great, okay. All right. Yes, Urban Meyer. Yeah,
Dan Mullen took him to a New Year's Six bowl game too.
Dan Mullen was okay. Nobody really loved him. Ron Zook was bad.
But I think what Mikey A is trying to say is that's a job that a lot of people want. Most coaches want. And you keep trotting out Billy Napier and his 20-19 record. I mean, first off, what Florida coach gets 39 games of head coaching when he's 20-19. Usually that guy
20.
gets
That was
fired.
before that game. He's officially 20-20 now. He's a 500 coach, super average, does
I know, but
nothing to elevate
but how
that
many
team.
guys take that job and get 40 games to get it right? 40. He's 20-20. He should be fired today.
Well, everything that he says after the game are things that you shouldn't be saying in year 4 of your tenure.
Yeah.
Okay. All these mistakes, all these penalties. And yeah, you can put it on the players all you want, but come on. You know that comes down to coaching.
Yeah.
We're even past the point now where you can say, I need to bring in my guys, my freshman guys, and coach them up. Because of the transfer portal, you need to start having success immediately because you can start bringing in good players who aren't just true freshmen right away. Like, that excuse is gone.
I totally agree.
Are we ready to have the DJ Lagway conversation? Because
I've been ready since I watched that episode of the SEC show on Netflix. Go for it.
Because I'm not entirely too sure he's the quarterback that Florida fans make him out to be. And if he was, you don't lose a game to USF. Like, a lot of the blame can go on Billy Napier. The defense kept Florida in that game, the entire game. Byron Brown and them boys can play at USF.
Yeah.
Sneaky playoff team.
Yeah, you got to take credit for that, Stu.
Me and Stu have been saying it. This
Yes,
USF.
USF. Here's the thing with USF.
balls.
Those are all the kids who wanted to go to Florida, and Florida didn't think they were good enough to go to the University of Florida, and then you have to play them, okay? And you pay them to play you, right? You pay them to come to your school and kick your ass. It's unbelievable. Fire them.
Yeah. And you know they're already bitter on that team because every time they go play a team, it's like, where in South Florida are you?
Yes.
Oh, Tampa. Okay.
Right. It is Stugotz and Company. By the way, put it on the poll. Are we ready for the DJ Lagway conversation? Yes or no?
It's a short one.
It is Stugotz and Company here. We are presented by FanDuel. It is Monday after the first week of the NFL season. I feel disgusting. Here's another thing. I can't decide, okay, if Cam Ward is a good quarterback or if he just looks like he'd be a good quarterback. Like, I have no idea.
He's still got a little bit of that drifting a little too far back and then trying to spin out of trouble that he used to do all the time in Miami. It's not going to work.
Calvin Ridley did not help him because Cam Ward had the chance to do what he did at Miami 1,000 times, and that's be the hero in the fourth quarter by just, again, playing backyard ball. And he must have hit Calvin Ridley in the hands 2 or 3 times.
3 drops that I saw.
I think Calvin Ridley was just so post-traumatic from last year of like, oh my God, I can actually catch this ball, that he panicked and dropped it.
Listen, he's got a great quarterback name. Physically, he has all the tools. I know he could do that sidearm angle shit. I get all of it. I have no idea if he's good. None. I have no idea if Cam Ward is any good at playing quarterback.
I do.
Okay.
I think he is. I think he will, for most of his career, be a top 12 quarterback in the league, like top third.
Okay.
If you watched in that comeback attempt, and we mentioned, the drops, he put the ball in guys' hands right after they got past a linebacker or say, and they just didn't catch it. Maybe they weren't anticipating it. Maybe they didn't think they could make that catch in such a tight space, but those were great throws. And he had one that would have been a big gain if the receiver ran the right route. He ran an out route. It was supposed to be an in route. It was there. He put it right there. They probably would have had a chance to march down the field and win that game. If you can take out some of those habits of him drifting backward, just maybe, stay in the pocket, maybe organize yourself in there a little bit more. Everything else he already has. Those balls that he put on guys' hands late in that game, even the announcers were just like, that's a crazy quick release and a great throw. So I think he's going to be top 12 for his entire career, probably like top 6 or 8 for some point, for some stretch.
All right. We'll get to the Jets here in a second. What a miserable day. Just when you think it can't get any fucking worse, it gets worse. It's unbelievable. I hate them. I can't stand them. I just can't stand them. But first, the Dolphins.
Fuck.
To make me feel better.
So they
That
already
was the
should
worst
start.
loss of the weekend. That's an embarrassment. They're an embarrassment, that team.
So Jets Dolphins is the would you rather have loved or never loved question, because at least the Jets gave you guys hope. The Dolphins was over from almost play one.
Put it on the poll. Do you remember the quote? Do you rather loved or not be loved?
or not so loved.
What is
but
the
a little
actual
loved.
quote? Can someone look
You
up
guys-
the
Better
you
to
guys
have
knew
loved
what I was
and
going
loved
for.
than not to have loved at all.
Hold on. Izzy, what is the actual quote?
Is it better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all?
Okay,
Is the
well
question.
done. That was very well. And what did Taylor? How did you say it?
Is it better to have loved or
Not loved.
never loved? Yeah.
Just keep it simple, you know. You don't need all this poetry garbage.
Yes.
You want to be loved or not?
Never loved.
Yes.
Never loved. Title of the episode.
Oh my God.
I
So
wish
good.
I had never loved these Dolphins. I'll tell you that. Not just from like the beginning of time when I was like 7 years old and they were in the Super Bowl and that's what got me hooked. But I'm talking just these Dolphins, like these Tua, Tyreek, Mike McDaniel Dolphins, because outside of that little flash of a season, half of a season where they were just putting up points like crazy.
They were the talk of the NFL, just so everyone's clear.
And all it took is one decision. Now let's drop these safeties back a little bit. And all of a sudden, we don't know what to do. And their running game is all unnecessary, crazy misdirection that doesn't really confuse anybody. You're handing the ball off in between the tackles to HN, which I think Tyreek Hill told you shouldn't probably do that. He's little. And defensively, if that is not the greatest offensive line we've ever seen in Indianapolis, then this might be the worst defensive line we've ever seen with the Dolphins because there was zero pressure and it's just embarrassing. Tua Tagovailoa is not very good. He's only good when vibes are perfect and like this idea, and I said this before, this idea that this offense he can only run is like a compliment to him. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I think it is more a detriment. I think it's says more about how complicated, overly complicated that offense is because you're not getting that much out of it. I think it's another time to throw it all into the fire and rebuild. I'm talking from the GM to the coach to the quarterback, all of it. Start the march for Arch.
The ineptitude the Dolphins showed in that game made it sound like the Daniel Jones-led Indianapolis Colts were like the greatest team. I mean, this is the first team to score on 7 straight possessions.
Yeah.
The Indianapolis Colts, led by Daniel Jones, are the first team ever to do that. He totaled 298 yards, 3 touchdowns with no interceptions, with rookie tight end Tyler Warren getting 7 receptions. First to do that.
Am I crazy?
This is Daniel Jones.
Yes,
Am I
Daniel
crazy,
Jones.
Mikey?
Comeback player of the year. I mean, he is.
No, comeback player of the year. Am I crazy or is Daniel
I thought that
Jones
was later.
an MVP candidate after week 1? Like, that's how good they look. They look absolutely
Are you saying the Colts are the best team in the NFL after one week?
I'm saying that
I
when
dare
you
you to
play
say
against
that.
a bad team,
Right.
and the Dolphins are a bad team,
Yes.
you need to dominate and
Right.
show how good you are in every facet. They absolutely dominated. So I'm telling you right now, the Daniel Jones-led Colts are at the very least a legitimate playoff contender. And I'm saying if he stays healthy, because if you got to go to Anthony Richardson, you're done.
Wow. I don't think Daniel Jones ever expected to hear that throughout his career. If I stay healthy, our team.
Didn't we say that? That the Giants are so bad, you get rid of Saquon Barkley, he turns into a superstar. Now you get rid of Daniel Jones, maybe he will too.
I'm looking at their division. Texans, they lose to the Rams. I don't know what the fuck's happened to C.J. Stroud. The Titans aren't very good. Cam Ward looks like a good quarterback, but I have no idea if he is. Oh, Mikey, Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville, 1-0. How about that?
Can't stop him. Can't stop him.
You guys were talking about Josh Allen and his backyard style of play.
He's the greatest.
No, he's not.
He's so fucking good.
Patrick Mahomes is still that guy, dude.
Maybe.
Did you watch that Friday game?
Did you watch last night's game? I didn't, but did you?
No.
I mean,
He threw a pass
Didn't watch either.
where he was like this.
yeah.
Above the ground, sideways, and threw the ball to somebody.
Right.
He threw another one on 4th down where he was full speed to the right and found his receiver 20 yards down the field. He threw one earlier in the game. Wow, now I'm sweating. He threw one earlier in the game, going to his left and somehow flipped the hips and got it. Like, the guy is impossible to stop when he's under pressure. I think he's better than Josh Allen, even at that.
They lost.
Well, and they also keep taking out each other. I mean, last year he took out Rashee Rice. Travis Kelce's taking out Xavier Worthy.
Well, that was one way for Travis to make sure he has a big year.
Yeah.
First chance he gets, he takes it. You know, it's funny. I was thinking about that game. The end of the half. Do you remember the end of the half where they executed amazingly to get that field goal? They had no timeouts. They didn't get the third down or didn't get the clock stoppage, so they ran. Harrison Butker and the field goal crew out there and kicked it, and it was amazing. It was like, wow. As a coach, you have to feel great about that. However, it's not enough to make him feel good because of how shitty it made him feel when they didn't get their spacing right on that route.
Right.
And Travis Kelce, as a result, takes out a receiver, maybe their best receiver, possibly for the season, with a shoulder injury. Like, that's got to kill Andy Reid. Like, that's what he does. It's like, our spacing is our thing. Like, just don't run into each other, confuse the defense, and whack. Yeah. Like, what was it, the third play of the game? You lose maybe your fastest receiver for a long time. That was painful to watch.
Yep. Adnan Virk's going to join us in just a second for Week 10 observations. We have Mike Francesa later on. I could talk football for 4 hours today. It's such a weird feeling going to sleep thinking the Ravens are finally going to win a Super Bowl and waking up to realize they're just jokers.
They looked unstoppable. Like, Derrick Henry was going to win the MVP at this age.
Yes.
And then he's just as much of the reason for why they lost.
Yep.
On FanDuel Sportsbook, Bills money line got up to plus 4,000.
What?
Yep.
What?
Nobody.
At what point in the game? That had to be, right? That had to be fourth quarter?
I believe it was 40-25, and the Bills had like a 4th and 2, and it got all the way up. And then they had it was a 4th and 2 pass. It gets tipped. Keon Coleman catches it. The next drive, Derrick Henry fumbles on 2nd down, and it just kind of all spiraled out of control from there.
I just want you to think about the decision-making by John Harbaugh. He didn't trust a guy and an offense that had put up 40 points. Instead, what he decided was, I'm not going to trust Lamar or Derrick Henry or DeAndre Hopkins or any of the guys that I have on offense, first ballot Hall of Famers all over his offense. What I'm going to do is punt. And I'm going to trust a defense that has given up 30-something points already to Josh Allen. And I'm on the road. Jesus Christ, John Harbaugh. If you didn't win a Super Bowl, I'd fire you today.
The argument is that if you don't get that 4th and 3, you lose the game right there. You lose the game if you give the ball back to Josh Allen, and I don't know how they didn't see that.
You knew that.
They were getting shredded on defense, and if you give the ball back to the MVP at home, the last season of that stadium, punting was waving the white flag and saying, all right, let's just get to week 2.
All right, you made me do it. I'm sorry. I have to say this. I'm sorry, Stu. Just quick point.
They should have just thrown a white flag instead of punting. It's a game over. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, Izzy.
No, it's fine. It's such a conflict for me because I love watching the Ravens play. I love Lamar Jackson. I hate John Harbaugh, man. He is such a coward. And like, for these people, I'm sorry in advance, okay? For these people to be watching everything that's happening in this country, and then for John Harbaugh to just kind of normalize visiting the White House, say, stop asking me those questions. It's the White House. I got to see the president. Isn't that amazing? Stop being a coward, bro. Stop pretending that what's happening isn't happening and these people aren't asking you questions for a reason. You don't think the players in your locker room are just like, this mother effer, why wouldn't he at least say something about it? Just like, it's complete nonsense. John Harbaugh, I am tired of you. Wow. I want somehow the Ravens to win the championship, maybe get him suspended. Wow. Because I want him to not be celebrating one bit. Just
wow. We are firing coaches. We are calling coaches cowards. We are taking out John Harbaugh. We are back. Adnan Virk next.
Let's talk about Chubbies. Oh, do I love Chubbies. Let's put my glasses on like a professional broadcaster and tell you about Chubbies, who is sponsoring this show. Are you ready for some football? Chubbies is the ultimate football apparel brand. So much so, they created their own fantasy football league. George Kittle, Ian Rappaport, and others have come together to assemble the Chubbies League on NFL Fantasy. How the hell am I not in that league? Bruce Kittle, get me in that league. Each week, the top 5 scorers will win a chance at a Chubbies polo shorts combo with their team's logo. The grand champion gets the chance at the ultimate fan experience, a 5-city, 5-stadium NFL game tour with a +1. Mikey, if you win, you're taking me. I'm your +1. If I win, I'll take you. I don't think either of us can win, just so we're clear. But if I can, I will take you. While the fantasy flop faces a hilarious and unforgettable punishment only Chubbies could pull off. So head to chubbyshorts.com/the Chubbies League to learn more and have some fun. Get ready for the most outrageous fantasy football season of your life. And again, for a limited time, our friends at Chubbies are giving our listeners $10 with the promo code Stugotz, STUGOTZ, all capitalized at chubbyshorts.com. That's $10 off your order with the promo code Stugotz, and that includes the NFL collection. Support our show. Support the sponsors that support our show, and make sure you tell them that we sent you. Express yourself and level up your game day wardrobe with Chubbies.
Welcome back to Stugotz and Company. It is presented by FanDuel. Adnan is nice enough to join us here. He's got a few minutes, then he has a radio hit. We'll get to weekend observations. I love a good radio hit. But Adnan, this is the Monday after the first week of the NFL season. I know you love tennis. You know I love tennis.
Yes.
I want to talk tennis, but I can't talk tennis today. So I will give you 60 seconds. The floor is yours to get all your tennis thoughts out before we get back to football.
The amount of people yesterday, Stu, were like, oh my God, first NFL Sunday fantasy team, red zone preview. I'm like, are you kidding? Sinner Alcaraz, the best rivalry right now in the sport. Get me to a television at 2:00. And then we get the delay and all this nonsense going on. Finally, the tennis goes. And I was so disappointed. It's been such a great rivalry, but it was anticlimactic. So I don't need more than 60 seconds. Quite frankly, it was a 4-set win for Alcaraz. There was an absence of great points or long rallies. Sinner's serve was a little shook. Alcaraz was on point. Ground strokes were fiery. It's the first time ever in men's history that we've had 3 consecutive Grand Slams in a calendar year, which the same 2 opponents going back-to-back. Alcaraz wins it, his 6th major overall, and he's now almost top 5 in prize money. Think about that. He's just getting started. Top 5 almost in prize money in the world. So that's it. It wasn't. I love tennis like you, Stu, but it was not a great U.S. Open, and it was not a great final. We needed a 5-setter. It didn't happen. Everybody enjoy your football. God bless football.
My favorite meme on it was the whole damn tournament could have been an email.
Hang on, is he like? No, there's at least one great story, right? Hey, one great American episode. Nothing. It was
Time.
I had a follow-up, though. I did have a follow-up to him. I mean, why'd you make a Djokovic saying, I'm not good enough to beat those guys anymore?
Yeah.
I mean, crazy.
I know. I love the candor. I mean, you're not supposed to say that, though, Stu.
I know.
Even when you're Michael Jordan blowing dunks for the Wizards in the All-Star game, you go, nope, I can still do it. I can still get up. I'm still great. Like, no, for Joker to be that candid, listen, Djokovic is not my cup of tea. I generally root against him because of the fact I don't want him to, create more distance him and Federer. But I love his honesty, and obviously he's right. He can't keep up with those guys. You're not going to win if Alcaraz and Sinner are playing.
You need a third guy, Adnan. Yeah. You can't just have 2. You can't just have the top 2 meeting in the finals every Grand Slam.
It's another good point, too, is yesterday I was still excited about it, but now the fatigue's going to start to set in. You go, okay, I've seen that 3 straight times now. If it's another 4-setter, like, hey, can Blake Shelton step up? Zverev, one of these guys. Otherwise,
Fritz,
Fritz would be nice. Fritz would be great.
Not happening.
Did you go to sleep last night thinking that the Baltimore Ravens were going to win the Super Bowl?
So I'm so glad you brought this up. So after the tennis, which was anticlimactic, of course, I went over and started watching football. And I said, okay, one of my kids, by the way, I put him to bed. He goes, I don't like Sunday Night Football. He goes, why? He goes, because then I can't watch it. I go, I kind of like it because then I can put you guys to bed and I can watch the games. I love Sunday Night Football. I'm watching
silence. Yes,
a great game, and then it gets to like 11:30ish, not even 11:15. I was kind of like, all right, like once the Derrick Henry long touch after that unbelievable Lamar Jackson play, this guy's so bananas. I go, I'm going to bed, right? Let's make the astute play. And this is why I hate sports. You wake up, you go, God damn it, how did I miss? I wasn't even that tired, Stu. I didn't have an early day. I was up with the kids at 6:30. It's fine. I could have stayed, but watch this unbelievable game. I can't believe the Bills come back 41-40. Stay up every single time. Damn it.
And I watched the entire Colts-Dolphins game, and I missed the end of the fucking Bills game. That's
so much, is he? Like, God.
I hate football.
Oh, it's so you try to divest the time where appropriate, and then you get screwed, and you're so
right
afterwards.
Well, Izzy, can I ask a question? Like in the fourth quarter, why were you still watching that game?
It's so funny. I actually said, I got 3 TVs in the living room. Right. And this time, like YouTube TV didn't do the thing where it's like,
if you had 1,700 TVs, that game should not be on any one of them.
And I said in the second half, Dolphins are going to go on the small TV. I'm sorry. Right. And you know why they stay on the big TV? I can't watch the Jets on the big TV, dude. Like, it's just not happening, man. Right. Like, Jets Steelers was the game I was watching on the bottom left, but that one's never going to make the big TV. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but when you know the Jets are going to lose, everyone knew they were going to lose. It's just a matter of how were they going to lose. Yeah. You don't put it on. That doesn't get big TV, big screen treatment. I mean,
no, not really. Not Aaron Rodgers too. Doesn't really help. Well, Adnan, by the way, Stu, like a classic Jets fan, predicted it. He said when the Jets were up, he was like, they're going to lose by 1. And he was just off by a point.
Well, they changed the math. They couldn't convert it 2, and then it became 2. I knew they'd lose by 2. You know, that's what the Jets do.
Well, that's the thing. Everyone's like, such a barn burner, such a great game. I'm like, but how exciting can it be when you already know the end result?
Right.
Yeah.
Watching Indiana Jones. Harrison Ford is not going to die, okay? Indiana Jones is still going to live. No matter what, he's going to rock and roll. So it's exciting until you know what's going to happen at the end.
And we're that much closer to a Steelers or Aaron Rodgers Packers Super Bowl.
Wow. Ooh.
Wow.
We're not.
I mean, we're literally closer, but it's not going to happen.
Listen, I'm an Eagles fan, Stu. I listened to you with Golick. We love Golick. I'm offended that Golick even thinks Jalen Carter might get suspended. Are you kidding? He spit. It was awful. I got it. And he was gone.
Yes.
Like, are you? If they suspend him against the Chiefs, we're not playing that game. We're protesting. We can't beat the Chiefs without Jalen Carter. I'm astonished. Anyone even thinks Jalen Carter's going to get suspended beyond missing the entire football game.
I thought he only should have gotten a half. I mean,
I'm with you. Like, yes, right? I've been like, oh, come on, Eagles fan. I'm dead saying it. That's it.
Dak finessed that situation so well. Like,
but Adnan will know this. Like Robbie Alomar really dug deep to get that saliva. Like he just let it fly right in an ump's face.
Right.
I got to tell you, like that was not the case. Okay, it wasn't. He didn't dig deep, and he kind of spit it off to the side of his face.
Thank you. I love that we're doing analysis of spit. You're the best, Stu. Robbie Alomar, John Hershey, very famous, spitting in the face of an umpire. If someone says to you, oh my God, she would have Izzy Gutierrez literally spit in my face. I'm like, holy shit. Like, he got a big old hoagie, like one of those, like planes through the ambulance, spitting right in your face. I'm like, okay. I'm like, no, this was John a little bit, and then just kind of a side spit. Again, I know it's in his direction. I got it. It wasn't an inadvertent spit. He's spitting at Prescott. I got it. That's a half.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe people like,
a half.
Multiple games. We got Eagles Chiefs 4:25 Sunday. There's no freaking way Jalen Carter's getting suspended.
You could also go the route of that Gators defensive player with just went full shower on the. I don't know how he did that, but he went full shower on the offensive player's face. That one probably might be worse than the loogie.
Adnan, what surprised you the most in the NFL yesterday? What was the thing that kind of you were like, what the fuck?
I didn't think Aaron Rodgers had that much still in him. Like, you know what I mean?
You didn't? Oh, I knew he did. Yeah.
But I was like, I think he'll be good, but still 4 touchdowns, no picks, 22-28. I'm like, that's a little better than I thought. I get it to get Jets, but
I got to be honest. I didn't think Boswell had that much in his foot. I mean, it's 60, and that's what we all knew was coming. Boswell will never he will never convert a 60-yard field goal again, ever.
Yeah, it's so funny. Remember, like, we still remember like Jason Elam, like a 63-year, like, oh my God. Now it's like 50. If you can't do 50 plus, you didn't have a job. Now 60 plus, it's within conversation. Like, what? How is it like 64? I think we could do it on a good day. I'm like, my God, like these kids, no respect, but it's unreal. I'm with you. It's going to happen again.
People are asking me, well, why? Maybe you have a quarterback at Justin Fields. I wasn't even watching Justin Fields. I have no idea if he played any. Like, it's hard to enjoy the great performance by Justin Fields when Aaron Rodgers is tearing your heart out, you know?
Yeah, and the difference between the two, like Justin Fields in clutch time is just trying to like, you know, throw these crazy like Josh Allen little lob passes and stuff, and it's just he's not there yet. He's not that guy.
Well, he couldn't overcome being a Jet. I mean, that's.
So do you praise Rodgers again for like the honesty, or do you find it alienating because he's so annoying? And the fact is, again, I'm just happy to beat the Jets. Like he's very open about his disgust towards him. Do you like it, or do you go, no, I'm tired of it?
I kind of like it.
Yeah. I like it, but because it's coming from him, it doesn't carry as much weight because he says, you know, he'll say anything negative about anybody. And the only issue is everybody already agrees with him. There's not anything that you can disagree with what he says about the Jets. I mean, Stugotz has been saying it for decades.
Taylor, I'll kick it to you. Just the fact that Aaron Glenn made him fly across the country and then 20 minutes in told him you're no longer welcome here. I am on Rodgers on that alert. You're going to fire me, as I have been fired before. Just get it done on the phone. We'll do a speakerphone. It's all good. You don't even fly me across the country. Go ahead, Taylor.
Stu, I thought Aaron Glenn was a defensive guy.
Yeah, he's given up 70-plus points in the last 2 games he's coached. I mean, combined.
That's wild.
NFC Championship game, Detroit last year, and Week 1 with the Jets. Aaron Rodgers.
Detroit done?
Yeah, I like
their window closed.
I think that's a great talking point.
Yes, done.
Yeah. The D in Detroit stands for done.
Yeah. Eating kneecaps. It's over.
I love it. It's Week 1.
We can
The
tell.
Lions are done. I fired 4 coaches, including John Harbaugh already. I mean,
Stu, here's the sign of the apocalypse. Like one of the top headlines right now on the NFL app: Dable non-committal on Giants quarterback for week 2. Are you kidding? Who the hell? How is that a top 6 story right now?
right.
Dable
Jackson Dart, baby.
non-committal on quarterback for week 2.
Why would you commit to Russell Wilson again? Your job's on the line, dude.
He cares a lot.
You want to have fun if you're Brian Dable? Just start Jameis Winston. Like, what people are going to study that one season he had for decades with the 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions, like just so much good and so much bad. And it's just like, I feel like we can take our chances with that and see how much good comes out of it, because at least you'll be entertaining.
Stu, I have an unbelievable stat.
What?
The past 3 openers, the Giants have not scored a single touchdown.
Non-committal.
Wilson was especially ineffective under pressure, completing just 2 of 12 passes for 26 yards with 2 sacks and 2 scrambles.
Yeah.
Get home and look at our game, said Dable. Well, what
Right.
else do you do? What are you going to analyze his shitburger 21-6 against the Commanders? God.
What did he see from Russell Wilson when he looked back at the film that said, hey, I'm non-committal. I don't know who I'm going to go with next week. His job is on the line. His savior is Jackson Dart.
Right.
It's their pick. It's his pick. If he turns that guy into a good quarterback, even if they don't win, if you can see promise, maybe Dable keeps his job, right?
Who was it that he was arguing with? Was it Neighbors?
Yeah.
Do you think Neighbors was telling him, get that ass quarterback out of the game? We need to actually try to win? Because they were pretty heated. And then did you see Dayball try to give him like a high five and then like pretend he didn't just get was left hanging and just like kind of give him a hug? I was like, that was pretty pathetic.
Here's before we get to weekend observations, here's the best way I could describe being a Jet fan. Mikey A knows this. If Aaron Rodgers was still playing for the Jets and Justin Fields was still playing for the Steelers, and those same 2 teams matched up yesterday at MetLife Stadium, the Jets still would have lost the game.
Yep.
It's literally a no-win situation for the Jets, okay? That's what it is. I mean, it's unbelievable. Justin Fields would have lit the Jets up yesterday, and Aaron Rodgers would have lost that game. I fucking hate them.
But Adnan, as Taylor asked earlier, is it better to have loved or not loved? And
I messed the quote up. I messed the fucking quote up.
Hey, everybody knew what you meant. We all knew what you meant. So are you better off being the Dolphins, who haven't made an AFC championship game since I was in 10th grade, or the Jets, who, made those couple have some famous flaws to them, but, high points are pretty decent?
Excellent question. I think I would go Jets. At least I've got a couple moments. The AFC Championship games, Rex Ryan, let's get some snacks. Mark Sainz, Bud Fumble. Like, at least there's some moments. If you're referring to mediocrity, the way he said with the Dolphins, it's just another 8-8 or 9-8, whatever it might be. That's worse to me.
If the season ended at 4:15 yesterday, Aaron Rodgers would have been the MVP of the NFL, right?
Daniel Jones.
Go Danny Dimes,
Not
baby.
Daniel Jones.
Historic game from Danny Dimes.
Yes.
It's for quarterbacks to go to get resuscitated. Indianapolis.
All right, let's get to weekend observations. They are brought to you by our friends at Miller Lite. Adnan, football is unpredictable. However, this was predictable. In fact, it was the most predictable thing in my lifetime. 244 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a statement win at MetLife Stadium where he turns back the clock and looks like his old MVP self. And Adnan, just like that. Make no mistake about it. It hurts me to say. It kills me to say it. But I'm going to say it.
Say it?
I'm going to say it quickly. Aaron Rodgers is back.
There it is. There it is.
It's so annoying that his first game was that. Like, his first game is an opportunity to get back at the Jets. Screw that guy.
That's the NFL. That's good scheduling right there. That's amazing. I'm surprised Aaron Rodgers didn't retire immediately after that game.
He looks so old.
Going on a high note.
You look so good. If the season ended today, Rodgers is the NFL MVP.
No, this thing's Josh Allen. Come on.
Well, I think Taylor wrote that before the Josh Allen game.
Fair enough. Okay, Bills
Did anybody see Dolphins Colts?
No.
Okay.
Top 5 players who would win MVP if the season ended today. Now, I will tell you that Taylor had Lamar Jackson on this list. He took him off. I saw the list. Okay. Number 5, Josh Allen. He should be number 1.
Yeah.
Number 4, Daniel Jones. Probably should be number 3.
Verify that, actually. Yeah, he watched it.
Number 3, Jake Tungus.
Great name alone.
I don't even know who he
Oh,
is.
right. The 49ers guy. Okay. Big game.
All right. Oh, this guy. Jesus Christ. Number 2, Chris Boswell.
That would have been the greatest kick in NFL history if they just backed up 10 yards. Still would have made it.
It was still pretty damn good, man. Jesus. Number 1, Aaron Rodgers.
Debatable.
It is debatable. It wasn't debatable at 4:15. It is now debatable after seeing last night's game.
Josh Allen, hashtag Bills Mafia. And I love the Tungus. Tungus is great.
Tungus is good. Here come the Guardians.
Oh, yeah?
At no point, and I mean no point, were the Jets ever going to win that game. I hate them. To anybody who thinks the Jets might have a quarterback, don't do it. I care about you.
Shout out to Mikey A.
I think Mikey was so close to being hooked in by Justin Fields. He was fighting it all afternoon.
He wrote it
I've
like
never
Bart
been-
Simpson on a chalkboard. I will not get sucked in by the Jets.
I'm sending it to us.
I have never been so proud of myself, and like it's like, as a fat guy, it's like seeing a piece of cheesecake right there and being like, you know what? I'm not going to eat that. I'm going to eat the celery. That's what I'm going to do. And you know what? I'm watching that game going, I'm not buying in. Nope, this isn't going to happen.
Yes.
You're not getting me.
Yes.
order
Justin
celery with
Fields,
your
you're
cheesecakes?
you're a stick of celery.
Yes. You don't?
Aaron Rodgers, revenge game.
You'll have one more
Chris
in the Super Bowl.
Boswell has got a boot. I can't get excited about these. You know what the B in Boswell stands for?
What's that?
Boot.
I thought it'd be booming, but okay.
Oh, damn it, Adnan.
Jets Steelers, the rare game of the year candidate in week 1. That was until last night's game.
I was going to say, it's not even game of the weekend.
You didn't update him.
These are to be clear, these are the weekend observations up until 8 p.m. on Sunday.
Yes. Yes.
We
The
can't-
over
Jalen
under on
Ramsey.
FanDuel.
It's like the newspaper, the early edition news. This is the early edition of weekend observation.
Jalen Ramsey. Steelers won that trade. Howie Long hasn't aged in 20 years.
Unbelievable.
Man,
It's amazing.
Great shape. Absolutely. The other game looked like it's disaster. Bradshaw, the rest of these guys. Howie Long's unbelievable. Hasn't lost a single hair follicle. Still lifting every day.
Yep. Daniel Jones had a day.
so good.
Danny Dimes. After watching the Colts and watching the Giants, Brian Daboll should be looking in the mirror and wondering if he's the problem.
No.
Point.
And where his hair went.
Yeah.
You know what Daniel Jones needed?
Nothing.
He needed a change of scenery.
Yeah. That's a bit of a cliche.
helps.
It's just true. It does help. Yeah.
It helps. Sometimes it helps.
It does.
Right. Look at all the Jets quarterbacks who will flourish once they leave the Jets.
But leaving the Giants is a special thing because you turn into a monster when you leave there.
Yeah. Chris Berman, congrats on making it to 46 years at ESPN. A tip of the cat. Tip of my cat. Boomer.
Way to go.
The Swami. Still doing that, huh?
Wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. No one circles the wagons. The Cleveland Browns did what the Cleveland Browns do. Hey, NFL, we don't need a Mr. Beast YouTube pregame show.
Oh, my
You're
God.
football. That's enough.
Amen to that, Stu.
They went with Mr. Beast, arguably the most annoying voice in all of media. That's insane.
But they don't need it. It's football. It stands alone. Football doesn't need anything. Something feels off about Mr. Beast.
I think.
The only beast I want to see with my football is Marshawn Lynch.
There you go. Beast mode.
Beast mode. Yes.
I like it.
Well done.
Good. I like that.
Dan Campbell. Do it without Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn.
Wow.
Windows closed.
See how Ben
trouble.
Johnson does tonight. Bears Vikings.
Did anyone else see the Lions offense on Sunday and immediately bet the Bears on Monday? Good.
Johnson.
Oh, God. If the Packers win a Super Bowl, they should put up a statue of Jerry Jones outside of Lambeau Field.
Jerry
might finally get that coveted Super Bowl.
He would love that.
In case you're wondering, probably weren't, but in case you were wondering, Zach Ertz still got it. Top 5 players that still got it. OLI, Cam Jordan. OLI, Matthew Stafford. Number 5, Zach Ertz. Number 4, Calais Campbell, the friendly monster.
Wow, he's still doing it.
Yes.
Such a friendly monster.
Number 3, DeAndre Hopkins, still doing it with one hand.
What a catch.
Amazing. Yes. Catch of the year. We had a catch of the year in week 1 in college football and a game of the year in the NFL in week 1. It's amazing. Number 2, Derrick Henry. Still has it.
Oh, yeah.
And, number 1, fuck me. Jesus Christ, Aaron Rodgers.
Can't avoid this guy.
Yeah.
We all knew this was going to happen, Taylor, right? Like, as soon as Aaron Rodgers signed with the Jets, 2 years later, he was going to be on some other team, and Stugotz would be mother effing him.
Yep, of course. I hate to see Robert Saleh smile.
No. No, previous guest on Stupidity or God Bless Football. I thought Salah was one of your guys. Come on.
Yeah, I thought he was too, man. I don't know. He got fired, though. Listen, they always start out as one of my guys, and then 2 years later, they're gone, you know?
It's true.
Next thing, Adam Gates, gone. Now I'm playing golf with him, having a heater.
Yeah.
Jake Tongas,
Yes.
take a bow. Here's something to ponder. Is George Kittle a system tight end?
No, come on. He's a great player.
Listen, no need to discuss now. Stash it away for a rainy day, Adnan, okay? Listen, I am telling you, that is something you and I are going to need in May, okay? Next May.
A system tight end for George Kittle. Literally one of the great
No, not now.
Not now.
Not now.
Yeah, just
Stash it away.
You're right.
The only team in the AFC West without a win is the Chiefs.
Man, Patrick Mahomes.
Something is off in Kansas City. Missouri and Kansas should play every year. The border war. That's the game I thought was Kansas and Kentucky, right, Taylor?
Correct.
Okay, good.
You had Kansas -6.5 when you thought they were playing Kentucky. Then you found out it was Missouri, and you took Missouri -6.5, and they covered.
They covered.
Wow.
They covered.
Wow.
He knows what he's doing over there.
Different game, yeah.
Different game.
Pete Carroll, a young 73.
Looks phenomenal for his age.
Listen, what a terrible loss by the Patriots. How do you let your Mike Vrabel, you're a young coach, you're a former Patriot, you have the second-year quarterback, everyone's excited, and you let Pete Carroll and Geno Smith stroll into Foxborough and beat you. That is a terrible job. Terrible job by Vrabel. Bad loss.
That was supposed to be the team everybody was hot on, and you can't even beat the Raiders.
You get right. Right. Can't believe Pete Carroll and Geno Smith are still strolling into stadiums together.
That's wild.
The 49ers have won 6 of their last 7 games against the Seahawks. You, of course, know what that means, Adnan.
What's that?
They have their number.
Yeah, there you go.
Bucks Falcons. The rare battle of which kicker wanted to lose more.
Baker Mayfield. Might he actually end up being worthy of that number 1 pick? Man, that guy's pretty good.
Yep. Pennick's pretty good, too. It was a good game. James Madison, rotating between 2 quarterbacks. Hey, James Madison, if you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have one.
There it is.
The Dukes.
I like that.
If you've seen one Iowa State game, you've seen them all.
Love the football.
I was sitting at lunch on Saturday, and that game was on one of the TVs in the bar next to another game. And the person across from me said, "Wow, great punt." And I immediately looked up. It must be the Iowa State game. Nope, it was the other game. Shocker.
I'll put it on the poll, Taylor. If you've seen one Iowa State game, have you seen them all? Miami Dolphins, pack it up. Season over.
Oh, come on.
March for Arch.
Yeah. The Colts won in week 1 for the first time since 2013. You know what that means?
Never do.
Yeah, they do. The Jim Irsay game. If every UNC game ended after the first drive, Bill Belichick would win every national title.
Yes.
Do they have another good first drive? I checked out on them until next year.
Bill Belichick, do it on the
touchdown.
second drive.
Back at the win column, Taylor. You're fine. 1-1. Here we go.
Bill Belichick, do it on the second drive. Bill Belichick, do it against TCU. Arch Manning, do it against Ohio State.
Oh, man.
USF should be ranked number 1. The Bulls.
By the way, did everybody see how much pain Arch Manning is when he when he throws? He probably shouldn't be playing right now.
Well, he played well. You can tell me anything happened in the Saints-Cardinals game, and I'd believe you. Russell Wilson, washed. You know what the W in Russell Wilson stands for?
Washed up.
Washed up. Troy Clemson, tale of two halves. I'm doing this quickly to get Adnan the hell out of here. Every time Derrick Henry runs in the open field, I gasp. A Derrick Henry stiff arm feels illegal. Baltimore Ravens, choked.
Yes.
Baltimore Ravens, how the hell did you guys lose that game? Speaking of hell. Bar press.
Yeah. The weekend observation is never better when football's back.
Go get that landline ready for your radio hit, Adnan.
Yes, go ahead.
You know it's better on a landline.
Not as you mentioned. They're mentioning. I saw Good Morning America today. Landline's making a comeback. Who knew in 2020?
Wow.
I love it. Yes, I love a good landline. Listen, this is what I don't know what show you're doing.
Calgary Sports Radio. They give me $100 for 20 minutes.
Okay, listen, you should talk about the Kittle, the Kittle topic. Okay, system tight ends. Okay.
Right out of the gate, they're going to go, hey, biggest take home. Guys, is George Kittle a system NFL tight end? I might
Pizza.
Take that lousy topic to somebody else's show.